begin. Obviously, Giannis gets his numbers, he lives at the line, but what would you say of the work Jeff did to vent him?
Yeah, I mean, he is a hard guard, 21 free throws, so it's downhill, especially, when he has a slow first half. He usually comes out with that same aggressiveness or, puts his head down, tries to get the free throw line. He did that in the second half, so we can live with one guy kind of going off and keep everybody else under wraps. And, although Lillard had 18 and Middleton hit some late shots, 3 for 9 and 5 for 16, we can live with. And I think he did a great job on them initially, first half, and they kind of got going a little bit, especially in that fourth quarter. But yeah, this is a tough one, and you got to pick your poison at times. And we've shown that this year that when we can kind of go after everybody else and let one guy get loose, we have good results usually.
Overall, were you pleased defensively, especially with that first half?
Oh yeah, it was great first half. It was one of our best in a while, especially against a high-scoring team. I think they had close to 130 on us last time, and they scored pretty high against most teams. So great first half. Like I said, they tried to impose their will, and the game got a little mucked up and a little ugly in the second half. But held on and could have played better. But happy with the result, especially on the second night of back-to-back.
Third quarter, they kind of narrowed it and Jeff hit 2 pretty big threes. How nice of it is to have a guy who can space the floor, put the ball to deck, just kind of a steady guy like Jeff.
Yeah, we understand how they're guarding, how they're defending with Lopez. He's going to be back and protect the paint, and I have a lot of experience against him, obviously. And so my message to Jeff and Jabari when he's at the 5 or our shooting bigs was to let it fly and be aggressive there. Grant Williams had 9 for 17 threes against him in Game 7, and he's going to guard the way he guards, and so it's big for Jeff to come up with those, and Jabari as well.
Coach, your observations on Jabari Smith tonight?
Yeah, great game. He wasn't scoring a ton, especially early on. I mean, he finishes with 14. I think he had 4 or 6 at halftime, and but he played a beautiful game up until that point, even with not a ton of scoring. And so he was a big part of guarding Giannis extremely well in the first half, and on Middleton at times, so played the perfect game, let it come to him, and took what the game kind of gave him, and was a big reason we were up 20 in the first half.
How special is it that Jeff is doing this at 37 years old?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is impressive. Extra athletic still, and so but very motivated. Takes care of his body, takes pride in his craft, and I think it's a testament to his work every day and kind of what he rubs off on the team. But it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Still playing at that level, very reliable for us, and we're asking him to a lot of times when guys are in foul trouble or guarding all over the place. So kudos to him.
How are you guys able to limit Damian Lillard tonight with your defensive stops, especially in the first quarter? I believe he had started like 1 of 5 or 1 of 6 along those lines.
Yeah, we really put an emphasis on pickup point, high pickup point with him, not letting him get comfortable. Threw some bigger bodies at him, and then big piece was Alperen was extremely high on him in the pick and roll, and we wanted to be more of a corral than obviously even our normal touch, being up to touch, and so he beat him a few times, drew a crowd in the first quarter, got a layup and then got a wide open 3 in the corner. But our big thing was to limit him after his 39-point performance against us last time. Alperen was a big piece of that, but threw multiple bodies. Fred wanted to guard him a ton, and I think just throwing fresh bodies on him kind of wore him down at the time.
With all the free throws and the stoppages, was it hard to get into any sort of a rhythm offensively, especially after halftime?
Yeah, it felt like the game felt long to 2:37. I mean, it was a lot of challenges and reviews and fouls and free throws, and so with all those, it drug on in the second half, and they came out and tried to make it like that and put their head down, like I said, after the Compo would, and it was not as flowing as we liked, but we had a part to do with that, the fouling and kind of stopping ourselves. So get it done either way, and we'd like to get out and play fast against that team, a bigger, slower team, but we grind it out the right way, so we'll take it.
What does it say about your team that a night after a couple of players said that Minnesota was a more physical team, you hold the Bucks to the second least points of the season at 108 without 2 of your best defenders?
Yeah, we talked about that today, and we watched film from our last Milwaukee game when they scored a lot, but it was a lot of second chance points, and 22 in last game. They only had 8 tonight, so we took pride in that, and all the second chance points, offensive rebounds they had last night. So it was a good bounce back. the message at halftime was that's who we are on a consistent basis, not what we saw last night. And so it felt good to see our real team come back. But I said, it's usually look at that like a one-off because we have been competitive and physical most of the year.
What do you like about pairing Cam and Amen on the floor together specifically?
The size, versatility, athleticism, speed, and so I think they complement each other well because they can do a lot of similar things as far as guarding multiple guys. It's a more switchable unit when they're out there, and usually Jeff's at the 5, and so kind of even across the board with big wings and a little undersized at the 5 spot. But when you have Jabari out there, you have some length and size as well. So it's been a really good group for us for the most part. I think going back to the New Orleans game, they got us back in the game, and then Detroit and Brooklyn, they were really good as well. So a little rough patch last game with that group, but for the most part, 4 out of 5, they've been really good defensively, and then those stops turn into offense.
The Alpern pass to Jabari with about a minute and a half left, was that a correction almost from the third quarter when it seemed like he was rushing towards the help defense coming and got stuck in the crowd? Was that on his part a good adjustment?
Yeah, I think so. I think they were doing a lot of pre-switching to put a certain defender up there. They wanted to keep Lopez out of action, so we just went to a simple ball screen with Alpern there, and Fred's going to get a shot or hit the pocket, and from there they always collapse. And so, where he tried to rush it, my message him in a few timeouts was stop looking for the foul, shoot it, or make a play for somebody else. And he took what they gave him. Obviously, has good vision, good passing ability, and a huge find for Jabari in the corner.
So they used Jackson on him with a big coming to help on the move. Am I correct in thinking that's the defense you used with Marcus Smart for a year?
Yeah, similar. But for us, Alfie is such a good passer that even if the help comes, you can still make guys pay. And then, our wings need to be versatile enough to involve Lopez in the action, or be confident enough to knock it down when he comes to help. And so we'll do both. Go to Alpern knowing the help's going to come and it's going to generate offense there, or bring Jay Sean and Jeff, who it was, into the play, and they got to be a playmaker out of it or be confident shooting. So try to do a little bit of both, but we got a lot of good combinations going on tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.